Hey, that's a luxury car.
Power right there.
It would sound cool. Like everyone's quiet though.
왜 거기다 너 배열을
Where's the other triangle? Nina, there's only one. There's only one. We just used that.
There's all the gum jobs.
Alright, help me with this mic.
Some stuff going on.
Yeah, let's attach him with this.
Okay, next layer.
Quiet group. Don't got much time left.
Other side, other side. Other side. And that tape, more tape.
So this is a little civilization that we have here. It was once a peaceful little tribe in South Ecuadorian territory, and we have the green gummy bear and the yellow gummy bear. They were the only two tribes, and they got along fairly well until this red gummy bear came along and brought technology. Actually, before all they had was nature, and they worshipped this volcano as their god. But then he came along and brought technology, and the green and the yellow gummy bears started to separate because they wanted to claim the technology for themselves. So when this started fighting, then they went to the volcano god for help, and the volcano god was not answering, and they were like, well, please give me more technology. No, give me more technology. And then their religious mindset was very confused, and they decided to sacrifice. They decided to call around with their technology and gather gummy bears from each nationality. We have the red, the green, the yellow, the white, and the orange nationality of gummy bear.
And the see-through. There's a see-through one in there too.
Oh, right, it's not white, it's see-through. But anyways, they sacrifice all these kinds of nationalities in an attempt to call the gods to give them their power. But you know, it didn't work because their religious and scientific mindsets were not united, as my principal says they should be.
Principle of creation.
That's right, we're tying the principle in there. And they decided the volcano was very sensitive to emotion, so when they felt all the gummy bear hatred and anger, it just exploded. And this would be on fire right now. As you can see, the people are bickering, and he's about to drive away, and this is the one who brought them up to their sacrifice. This is the sacrifice job. And yeah, and this would be on fire right now, but we're not allowed to do it. So that's our backstory. The moral of the story is that you should have a balance between religious and science, and use your internal logic to figure things out, and you know, keep it peaceful, or else nature is going to explode.
Once upon a time, Santa was going to his sleigh, and his elves were skating in the frozen lake, and there was Frosty the Snowman, and his elves were walking around. So he left his workshop, and while he was going to the sleigh, then a ton of aliens came in a huge UFO, and they started abducting his elves. Thank you. Okay.
Alright, so this is Awesome Mooney. He is a flying robot of spectacularness, and he's powered flying through the spirit of Cheongguk on his back. You can see he has a jetpack here, it's around here. His theme song, he flies from the spirit of the Robo Rock music, powered in the year, he comes from the year 2015, so he's obviously powered by garbage, as in Back to the Future 2. He's a giant all-seeing eye, third eye, seeing the spiritual well. He was flying across our land and he just heard the spiritual oneness of our camp here, and he just decided, I have to fly down and I have to come down here and experience the wonderful joy that this entire camp is giving to us today. And this is his antenna where he senses the joy of different people coming up, the divinity, the spirit of our love and our families coming down here. So this is why he's here today, to experience that with us. Thank you.
This is the area of, we call this area is that Garden of Bears. In middle of this garden, there's a huge, big tree. And there are some bears. And these bears now approaching the marshmallows. If those bears get the marshmallows, then this bear can be more tasty. It means that if this bear can get the marshmallow, means this bear will be perfect. And there is three stages, and this bear is still in the formation stages, growth stages, and perfection stage. And many other bears are fallen. But it's okay, because this bear is jelly. Even though they fell down, they are not dying.
Never give up, never give up.
Out a little bit, like for 3 hours, and they wake up and climb again. This is our best.
Never give up. So, in order to tell the backstory, I have to give a little history lesson. In the year 2035, the first BCU was elected president. His name was Mickey LaHogue. By the year 2040, all world wars had stopped. By the year 2045, all the countries had so much money from not being at war, they had no idea what to do with it. So they kind of just got together, all the world countries being at peace, and like, all right, what should we do? And they were like, we should invest in the children. And what better thing to give a child than an amusement park?
Yeah.
So we decided to create Sun Moon Amusement Park. We thought, why not be able to bring joy and happiness, the theme of our workshop, to the children. Thank you.
Because it is a great representation of the four great realms of heart. In the beginning, the old man, but he's not an old man at the time, a little boy and a little girl, they become best friends and they learn sibling love, and they're playing all the time. Eventually, they grow up and they fall in love and they learn conjugal love. But sadly, they couldn't have any children because the wife passed away from cancer. So the old man becomes a grumpy old man and just locks himself into the house, right? And one day suddenly this little boy shows up on his doorstep and he like rejects the kid, right? And so he decides he's going to fly away and fulfill the dreams of his wife, who he had this deep love for and true love. And he goes to this like waterfall slash exotic world where she always wanted to go to. And he realized the little boy is with him, and the little boy is constantly giving him love, like a child would, like always looking up to him. And then eventually, at the end of the story, the old man kind of grows his heart and learns like parental heart, even though he never had a chance to be a parent. But he learned parental love with the little boy. So they go through all the four great realms of heart. And that is the story of Up.
Make sure you zoom in.
And oh, sorry. So this is a little boy. He has a sash. And then there's the old grumpy man.
We have the little boy with the backpack and the sash for the Boy Scouts, and we have the grumpy old guy who actually has glasses and a cane.
So she created these little details. That's really impressive. There's glasses and everything.
And these are clouds, and they're floating up through the sky, so there really is no limit to the height.
I'm glad you pointed that out. It's very high. So this is like grass, like this was a yard, and then he flew away. So like it's kind of patchy.
Perspective.
Yeah, the perspective. So you gotta like use your.
And that's a balloon.
We have all the balloons coming out of the chimney and floating away.
There was a very, very skinny
bag. And then he ate the whole bag because it was really yummy. And then when he got really, really fat. And then when he got home, his mother saw, and she was really, really disappointed. So she kicked him out of the house. And then when in the woods, he had candy babies. And then he was really, really sad. So he ate lots and lots of candy, and he got really, really fat. He decorated himself too. And then he saw a commercial that said that you can get healthy, and then he remembered all the green smoothies he ate when he was young. So then he made more and more, and then little by little he's gonna get better, and he's gonna work out too, and it's gonna be great. But for now he's trying hard, and even to stop eating candy, he food colored his green smoothie to look like candy, so he could eat it, and it was yummier that way. And his babies live in a nest because they like it there, and they have candy to eat, so they're very, very healthy. And then they have a flag so they know who they are, and that is the whole story, because the unicorn is really awesome.
And Sunmi had a vision that River Moon was on the moon. So they had to build a rocket to bring him back to Earth and become Josiah again.